immunity from the government. The government said we're not going to approve it. The government is pushing for you to take it, and the government is fully given immunity to the ones who manufacturing something that they have no proof will work. The government is doing this. Your government, people that you voted in. Okay? This is an age of deception. What are we going to do about it? Well, first thing I'm going to do is when I come across scripture that's relevant for our situation, I'm going to speak up. Psalm 43, judge me, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. We're in that generation right now. We're watching deceit and injustice every single day. Do you ever believe we live in America, we would certain segments of power and populations will actually be demanding to defund police? If anyone out there believe that Black people want to defund police, you have lost your mind. If you're in another country and you're watching this and you've been listening to the fake news and you think that African Americans in America want to defund police, you've lost your mind. Majority of crimes in our cities happen in the Black community. This is why a majority of the prisons are filled with Black people. Now, did I say that the criminal justice system is perfect? Not at all. Did I say that the criminal justice system is not biased? Not at all. I work and deal with prisoners all the time and have for at least 20 years. I know the injustice among my people in the criminal system. Now, I'm speaking as far as you give this nationality a certain amount of years for the same crime, and Black people is getting, much larger sentence. That's the injustice I'm talking about. But you have had to first do the crime before unjust sentencing could be given to you. So a lot of the crime that's happening in America is happening in our community. And there's no Black people walking thinking we need to get rid of the police, especially if you live in a Black neighborhood. No, you want an increase in the number of police because that's where the crime is. It is insanity to think otherwise. It is absolutely the lack of common sense to think that Black people want to defund police. You only find this in liberal, democratic, have lost my mind cities and states. Okay? Oregon and other places that, that from another planet right now. See? And so there are no Black people that want open borders. Look, we can't do anything illegal and get away with it. Why would we support illegal aliens? I can't speed without getting a speeding ticket. I can't do anything in a nation with rules and laws and get away with it. There's no rational people in this country who can't break the law themselves and get away with it, but say we're for them breaking the laws. And you got all these other people who waited years to become naturalized citizens and have the pride. They worked for it. They feel honored. They paid the price for it. And you watching all these other people come in illegally. They're not immigrants. They're lawbreakers. Okay? And so I brought this up for one reason. The people in power, the few people in power that want open borders, these people who's coming in illegally, they're not going to their neighborhoods. Aren't you sick of the hypocrisy? David said, "Oh, deliver me from deceitful and unjust men and women." Aren't you sick of the hypocrisy and the deceit from these idiots in politics? They have fenced off the capital, but open up the borders. They're trying to take away your guns, and they have armed personal security. The people that's coming in illegally, the rapists, the drug dealers, the murderers, the sex traffickers, they're coming in, and guess who community they're going to? Guess whose resources they're sucking up? Minority. Guess whose community they're not going in? Guess whose resources they're not sucking up? Guess whose children they're not raping, robbing, and murdering? The people in power that says, let them all come in. Oh, deliver me from deceitful and unjust man. We're living in this day unless our people rise up, unless you speak out, unless you stop having these private conversations and actually get with groups of people that's trying to do something peacefully and legally, that's trying to do something spiritually and on our knees, that's trying to do something openly, because the devil is open with his wicked plans. This is our season. This is our time. We have to respond properly. Now, I recognize that our fight is not against flesh and blood. I recognize that it's a spiritual fight. Even in that, do you even understand spiritual warfare? Do you know how to engage in spiritual warfare? We cannot sit in the back any longer. I'm going to repeat one last time. Psalm 43:1. Judge me, O God, plead my cause against an ungodly nation. We are in an ungodly nation. Anytime your government wants to get rid of gender, wants to push and accelerate perversion, that which is unnatural, want to indoctrinize your children with it, want to teach your children the wickedness of perversion, and it's coming from one particular party right now. If it was coming from both parties, I'll call it out. I don't have any. I'll have no affiliation. I'm independent. I represent the kingdom of heaven. I don't give a doggone who you are, what political affiliation you have. If you losing your mind, I'm calling it out. If you hurting my community, if you coming against and have the spirit of Antichrist and coming against what our core beliefs, I'm calling it out. But right now, it's coming from one party. Right now, all of the perversion, all of the sickness, the corruption is coming from one party. That which is causing our country to become unhinged is coming from one party. The identity politics and race baiting is coming from one party. The corruption, the lying, the deceit is coming from one party. Have you noticed? One party, one ideology controls education. One party, one ideology controls Hollywood. One party, one ideology controls big tech, controls media, controls the intelligence agency. One party is canceling all dissenting opinion. One party is attacking anyone who disagrees with them. So we got to call a spade a spade. See? And so I have no gripes about that. I'm calling it what it is. Judge me, O God, plead my cause against an ungodly nation. Oh, deliver me. That should be our cry. Deliver us, God, from the deceitful and unjust man. But it's not pie in the sky. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, then will I heal the land. God bless you.